Right, here we go. So Iron Shirt Qigong is a very strong practice. It's we want to strengthen the body from the inside out. That's what we're going to do from the inside out. And I like to focus when I do this practice on um where do I need the strengths in my system? Is it to heal myself? Do I need that stronger energy to heal? Is it to achieve a goal? Um, is it because I can't say no? I'm going to focus on that. So, and you're taking on more and more stuff. So where is it? Have a little think. Where is it where you need to strengthen? Um, Emotionally, physically, in any aspects of your life, healing, things like that. Let's just make a start. All right, let's tell you. I'll tell you what happened the other day. Last week I went for my little health check. For my they invite you when you're over, I think 55 or something. Just carry on shaking out. I'm just going to do this. Uh, change my screen a bit. So I went for this health check. And when I walked into the medical center, there was this lovely, lovely nurse I went to see. And she's that kind of nurse you really, she's a fire element, she's like full of yang, fire, friendly, bubbly, little bit on the larger side, somebody you just want to give a big cuddle and you feel comfortable with. And so she looked at my notes and then she said, "Oh, yeah, you're quite an active person." I said, "Well, not that much at the moment, obviously, but I am, it's in my notes that I'm a fitness instructor and a personal trainer." And and then she said, "Right." So we were chatting and then she put me on the scales and with my shoes and my jacket, my jumper. Anyway, she said, your BMI is a bit high. I said, okay, yeah, yeah. Been sitting a lot, need to work on that, which I do. And and then she said, okay, she said, just take your blood test and then I talk to you a bit about lifestyle advice. And then she looked at me and she never spoke to me about lifestyle advice because I think I could have given her quite a bit. A lovely lady, by the way. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And then she said to me, we take your bloods and should hear if there's a problem within 2 days. And if there isn't a problem, then, you can have a look at your results in the NHS app. I said, okay, thank you very much. So I got an email. I got an email and it just said on the front of the email, um, the doctor is a bit concerned about your cholesterol level and it can lead to heart attack and blah, 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 blah. And but it didn't say that the height of my cholesterol. And I said, well, that's unusual. I never had a high cholesterol, and I do eat very healthy, And I said, oh, okay. And of course, there's some people which have a high cholesterol that keep changing side, and which do eat healthy, and then there might be a problem somewhere, okay? And cholesterol, yes, Chinese medicine, we do talk about spleen, stomach, and spleen, and of course, over the last 3 years. I accumulated quite a bit of dampness in my system, which I'm obviously working on very, very strongly. And and then it says, the doctor might recommend that you go on statins, which obviously I wouldn't anyway, because I practice Chinese medicine. Um, I don't even take a painkiller, right? So I wouldn't, unless I really, really have to, wouldn't go on any medication. So take a nice deep breath in and out. So I said, okay, I go into my emails and I'll go into my NHS app and see how high my cholesterol is. Because you think, oh my God, what's going on? And it's 4.8. I mean, 4.8, yes, probably the end effect of my studies and sitting and not moving enough. Because when we talk about stagnation in the body and dampness, we need to get some movement into the system, and I haven't been moving enough. And but 4.8, that's not a high cholesterol. And if I wouldn't know, because statins, we don't like statins that much, right? We don't like any medication that much because it goes deep into the deepest layer, and there are a lot of side effects. So medication should be taken when really, really necessary. For anybody with a cholesterol of 4.8, that's not a high cholesterol. That really isn't a high cholesterol. And that is pharmacies pushing for money. That's what it is. Nobody a few years ago would have given you, even thought about giving you statins on a cholesterol for 4.8, because that's not high. And I was really, I was just really cross about it. You know, it's one of these moments when the wood sparks up, which doesn't very often, well, actually it does. Over the last couple of weeks, my wood has been quite brewing, that's for sure, because the stress levels were a little bit higher than usual. And of course, hey, you could have waited to close down until next month. You know, that would have been much more appropriate, I think. I will moan at them later. So bring your pelvis under, coming from side to side. That kind of added, of course, to my busyness, but in a very positive way. Well, actually, everything I do is very positive, but very busy. But yeah, so I was a little bit annoyed. So if you get, and the thing is, if some people really don't know, they don't know about medicine, they don't know about cholesterol, and if they would have had that email I had, and the doctor said they're concerned about your cholesterol level, you need to be on statins, and they don't know, they take the statins because they get worried. You know, that's it. Pelvis under. And you do not need to be on statins for this cholesterol. And even if your cholesterol is much higher, and I've been talking to you about it last year, remember, with my husband, blood sugar levels 23. Can't remember what the cholesterol was, but it was sky high. I mean, he was literally a walking, waiting for a heart attack. And he refused all medication. Of course, he's got acupuncture with me as well, but he refused all medication, and he now has a very low blood sugar level, or not a very low, a healthy blood sugar level of 7, and a healthy cholesterol. And that is by changing his lifestyle. He's cutting out and he's sticking to it. He doesn't eat very little carbs. You know, yeah, if you go out, he might have potato, but he doesn't eat potatoes. He eats his veg and meat. No sugar. He just cut everything out. He keeps an eye on his sugar levels every day. And he knows that if we're going out to a restaurant and he has a dessert, you know, then blood sugar levels will be a little bit higher the next day. So it's a permanent thing. He has to keep an eye on it permanently. He stopped drinking beer. So it's a lifestyle change. But anyway, I was a little bit annoyed about it. Just thought I'd share that with you. Here we go. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And then we're going to bring the hands, we're going to roll the shoulders back, and then we're going to settle everything down. And then let's just focus on how are we feeling and where do we need the strength. Have a look inside your body. Where do you feel you're lacking a bit of strength? Say no. Motivation maybe. This, oh, can't be bothered. Or maybe it's in one of the elements, if you're worrying too much, maybe you need extra strength and balance in the earth. If you're feeling fearful, you need extra strength in the kidneys. If you're struggling with loss, letting go of stuff in your lung. Maybe in your heart, the joy and the sadness. Or maybe in your wood element. Maybe you need strength to heal your body. Let's lift up and pull down. You're going to breathe in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more deep breath in. And we're going to breathe out. And we're going to bring the hands into loosely clenched fists. Just going to drum a little. So for everyone who's never done iron shirt before, let's come a little bit higher. 4 sequences. Oh, I just barricaded my tapper. Okay, we need a tapper. We don't need a tapper. If you don't have a tapper, if you only use our hands. And maybe I'm going to, oh no, I've got my stick. So if you don't have a tapper, don't worry about it. You can use your hand. If you have got a tapper, hopefully you have it somewhere close by, but there's little breaks between each sequence. But the first one is, and I always use the example of a piece of metal, and I always use the example of a horseshoe because I like horses. To make a horseshoe, we need a piece of metal. And that piece of metal, so this is a metal practice, needs to be full of energy. There is good quality metal and there's bad quality metal, okay? We want really good quality metal because if you put a bad quality metal without too many minerals in them on a horse and he will start trotting on the concrete, it will break, the horseshoe will just break. So we want really good, strong metal. Then we need to pack the metal. Let's come back down. Because if one side of the metal, carry on drumming, if one side of the metal, if this is our metal stick, if there's a lot of metal in here and not so much in here, this one will be weak. Okay, so we want to pack it, the top bit, we want to bring it down so it's all a nice piece of metal. And then we're going to smelt it so we can put it into a horseshoe. This doesn't quite fit on the horse, so we're going to forge it. And then it fits. So we are creating a very, very strong body for ourselves. And when I did this course, take a nice deep breath in, this iron shirt Qigong course, and I was practicing this every day, and I really, really felt so different in my body shape. And yes, really strong. So if you have got time during the week, try and maybe do it twice a week if you can. So you've got the recording. I will put up the recording later. Sadly for me, I'm just doing another Qigong course where I really need to focus on. I don't have the time actually. I don't have time to do anything. So I don't have the time to practice the iron shirt more often, but I will change after next week. 8 days left, just saying. Here we go. First part, we're going to bring energy into the body, rock forward and back a little bit. You want to strengthen the body, then close your eyes. We're going to go into this Wuji stance. Connection between heaven and earth, feet on the earth, pelvis slightly under, chin under, connecting the top of the head to heaven. With each breath, we're going to bring in energy. Before we start, can you check your microphones, please? I think one of them is on. So with each breath, imagine you're breathing in white, bright light, bringing that strength into the body. Take a deep breath in. Breathing out. Deep breath in. With each breath, we're actively becoming stronger and stronger. Focus on the area where you need the strength. white light, and we're going to slowly rise the arms. And with each breath, we're going to get stronger and stronger. Keeping the shoulders relaxed as we're rising the arms. Slowly bring the arms back down, getting stronger and stronger. Emotionally, physically. Bring the hands down. Slowly bring the arms up, forward. And again, all the way. Keep focusing on the breath, getting stronger and stronger. White light into the body. We're working with metal. The color for metal is white. Bring your pelvis slightly forward. Leaning back. Then you're going to come down again, bring the arms forward. Let's bring the elbows into the waist. Palms are connected. Bring them a bit closer. And a little pulsation on the breath out. So we're going to breathe in and out. See if you can feel that energy field between your hands. If you can't and you struggle, rub your hands together a little bit or clap. And then breathe in. Breathing out. I'm going to nurture this energy, breathing in and out. When you can feel it, might be very gentle at the moment, you're going to bring the arms forward. Then imagine a magnet, opposite side. One hand, the energy is pushing the other hand away. Relax, smile, and you notice that your arm might be moving without you doing anything. It goes on its own. You can keep your eyes closed, but follow your hand with your head. Don't worry if you can't feel this yet. You take a bit of time. Then we're going to bring the hands together again. And here, you might have to push against resistance. Imagine you having this big beach ball between your hands or this balloon, and you're pushing it. Push, 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 push. And then when the hands are forward, let the other hand go, but don't let it go too fast. The energy is stronger now. It will push the other hand away. Keep relaxed in the shoulders. Feel that strength. Keep breathing in new strength, life force with each breath. Getting stronger physically and emotionally with each breath. Bring the hands together. I'm going to turn around. You're going to bring the palms facing the floor. Just going to bend the legs. And you're going to swing the arm through. And then coming down and slowly up. Chi ball, we're going to open. I'm going to turn the moon. One side. And to the other. Bring the arms together. Squatting down. Coming up. And then use your strength and push the energy down. Tighten your body. Strength. Hold it. And then relax. Stay here for a moment. We filled up the strength in our piece of metal. You're going to continue doing that with each breath. But now we're going to start packing it. There's too much strength up here. We want to pack it and we want to move it through the body. And also when we are packing, where we have our organs, there is often stagnation in the liver, there's often a bit of stagnation, there often is dampness here in the stomach and spleen, which causes stagnation, it stops the movement. So we're going to work on that now. So we're going to breathe in, breathing out. And as we're breathing in, we're lifting a little bit through the torso and then letting the organs settle down. So if you're going to breathe in, we're lifting the energy up. What's happening on the outside is happening on the inside. One more. Then we're going to gather a lot of energy and now we're going to pack it strong, push it down. And then we're going to breathe in and out. We're going to go faster. In, out, and again. We're going to gather and pack it strong, push it through, tighten your body. You're going to breathe in. Your body is also going to get hot. Okay, we're going to heat the body up. Heating the body, why do you do that? Well, if you have a strong piece of metal, which is stone cold, push, strong, and then we're going to lift one side up. If you have a piece of metal which is cold, we can't bend it. We need a hot. So we're going to push here, breathing in, pushing out, breathing in and pushing it out, breathing in and out. And again, nice and strong, all the way down, coming to the center, other side. Use your muscle power now to push down, breathing in, out. Deep breath in, out. And again, one more, coming to the center. You're going to push down, breathe in. If you want, use your breath strongly. If there's any tension, anything you have to let go of, push it out nice and strong. One more. Then we're going to bring the hands into the center, keeping the muscles tight. You're going to push here, breathing in and out. And again, come nice and low if you want, breathing in and out. Then we're going to go up and down at the same time. Gentle push or strong push here, sorry. Up and down. One more. And then we're going to finish off by pushing forward. Push that bookshelf away. Getting stronger with each breath. And then we're going to gather. And we have whole body tight. Strong. Push it down. Really strong. Tighten your whole body. And relax. Nice deep breath. Now we've got this strong energy circulating. This is Iron Shirt Qigong. This practice was secret for thousands of years. It was used to strengthen the army in the days. It's a very, very powerful practice for resilience, for strength, for the body, for everything. So now the horseshoe is full of strong energy. It's not a horseshoe yet. It's still a piece of metal, but it's hot. And now we're going to start smelting it. So we are going to sink down. If you're feeling tired, you say, oh, I don't really want to work that hard in the morning, you keep it very gentle. Okay, I give you all options. So the first one is opposite to the tiger we sometimes do. For the tiger, we breathe. Oh my God, we breathe in. Always mix it up on here. We breathe in and relax and breathe out and tighten. So here we're going to breathe in and we're going to squeeze, breathing out, relaxing. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now we're going to breathe in on the breath out and then on this, we're going to squeeze on the in-breath. Did anybody mention like brain fog in the morning? Let's do this one again. So we're going to breathe in, breathing out. Tighten. The tiger is the opposite. We're going to breathe in and up. So if you want to work stronger, you can come all the way down. Breathing in out. Breathing in, out. Breathing in, out. One more. Rolling the shoulders back. Stay here for a moment. Done it the wrong way around. So you're going to breathe in, tight. Breathing out, relaxing. Breathing in, breathing out. Do that again. Breathing in and out. And one more. And we're going to bring the arms up. You're going to breathe in, breathing out. Squeeze. Deep breath in, open, out. Breathing in, expanding, out. One more. Stepping the feet wider, breathing out. Pushing the arms all the way through and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Feel yourself getting hotter. Breathing in and out. One more deep breath in and out. Loosely clenched fists. We're going to come to one side. With the breath, we're just going to go deep. Breathing in and out. If you want, you can go bigger or keep it very small, sinking down, stretching from one side to the other, really working through this movement here. And again. Deep breath. Then we're going to stay on one side and we're going to work through the whole body. This is incredible for your bone strength. This sequence here, really work and unfold all the way using the whole body. We're going to come to the center, other way. A little bit smaller at first. And then we're going to go big, unfold, making sure you're stretching through the whole body. Working. One more. Coming to the center. Love the next sequence. Iron cross. Where do we need the strength? Physically, emotionally. Where do we need it? Visualize yourself. Warrior, rest. Strongest person, but kind. Take a deep breath in. Smile as you breathe out. And then determined to meet our goal. Strong, breaking through the iron chains. Breathing in. Out. Get all of your strengths. Breathe in. Breathing out. Other way. Breathing in. You're the strongest, most beautiful. Breathing out. Most incredible person in the world. Breathing in. You can heal yourself. You can strengthen yourself. Breathing in. Breathing out. Hands in front. We're going to bring one hand in the front, the other one at the back. We're going to stretch through here again. Breathing in, breathing out. We're going to twist the arms. So just creating like a wringing out a towel effect. Little rotation through the arms. Breathing in, out. Breathing in, out. Deep breath in, out. One more, out. Coming to the front. Right, we've got one more, the biggest and strongest. Iron cross. Where do we want to go with this practice? Take the deepest breath in. Smile. And then Really tight in the body, breathing out. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Keep every part of your body tight. Hold it, and then relax into Wuji. And then just feel that strong energy in your system. When we talk about metal, metal needs to push the energy down and out. Our immune system, all to do with the Wei Qi energy. So we need to bring it down and out. Really, really important. And that's what we're doing here. And now we're going to forge it. So the horseshoe now is in its shape. It doesn't quite fit on the horse. It's a little bit like debobulated. Is that what you call it? Debobble something. So we need to forge it, right? And I watched this 1,000 times, watching the farrier who comes to my stable. Not really watching him doing the horseshoe. I mean, he's a bit of eye candy. So, you know, and it's a nice hot day and you've got this nice farrier with this top off kind of thing. Menopausal hot flash here. But so we're using this hammer now, we forge it. So have your tappers. If you have your tappers, you can use the other side. So you can use the bamboo bit to tap. If you've never done it before, maybe you just want to use your tapper. Don't use a stick if you've never done iron shirt. If you haven't got a tapper, or if you haven't got a tapper, don't worry. Use your hands. Don't use the drummer. So the drummer is not great on some part of the area. I use the drummer a lot here and shoulders, but I don't use it anywhere else really. So you can use your hands. So we're going to start forging. We're going to start on the dantian. And we're going to go joints first, because in the joints is often where we hold some stagnation, where the energy can get stuck. So dantian first, and then joints, hip. Drumming on your joints is excellent. And I do that. I tell my patients in clinic when they have a lot of struggle with their joints to tap. If you have arthritis and your knees are absolutely on fire, you don't take a stick and whack it. No, you don't. But gentle tapping with your fingers, it's very, very useful. Rotation if it's in the hand. You're going to go to the knee. Round the knee, we've got big channels here. Oh, loads of them. 6 of them. We're going to tap. We're going to tap the back of the knee, but we're going to go very gentle always. The body will protect this area. If you tap too hard, it tightens naturally up to protect, which doesn't cause any harm, but it will interrupt our energy flow. So we don't want that. Then we're going to go onto the ankle. Careful here with the tapping because it hurts. Tapping on bone is really good for strengthening the bones. Not too hard. So let's go over the feet. Got loads and loads of bones in our feet. And then over the ankle here on the inside. Go to the other side. When I used to do martial arts many years ago, I used to do Korean karate for quite a few years. And we used to tap. We used to tap on the shins all the time to strengthen them. We used to do a lot of kicking. Can't keep going. I used to do a lot of kicking and to strengthen the shin bones. Very, very good practice. I'm going to go around the knee again. So we're going to go in a different order here. Around the knee. Then we're going to take it at the back of the knee. Then we're going to take it over the ankle. Careful here. And then over the feet. Loads and loads and loads of bones. Inside. And then we're going to come all the way up to the shoulders. Who never had any shoulder pain, shoulder issues? And of course, common sense. So if you have a frozen shoulder or anything that hurts, you don't want to, if this is uncomfortable, you don't want to whack it too hard. You just go very, very gentle, use your fingertips or use the other side of the tapa, the soft side, the bamboo side. Over the elbows. Very great for strengthening, again, strengthening the bone. Inside, very gentle. A gentle area here. And then inside of the wrist, the same. The body will protect. So you want to always tap gentle, even with bamboo tapa. Then we're going to go all over the fingers. Arthritis, you don't want to whack your fingers. So you do this. Nice and gentle. Then we're going to go to the other side. We're going to tap. Tap, 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 tap. Then we're going to go to the elbow. And then we're going to go inside, nice and gentle. Coming down to the wrist. Tap, 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 tap. All over the bones. Then we're going to take it to the top of the head. Just make sure I don't have any metal clips or something bad. Tapping on the top of the head, do 20. Oh, such an amazing point. I use that in acupuncture all the time. I just love sticking needles into people's heads. Really fantastic point. Okay, then we're going to bring the tapper down. Now we're going to go over the rest of the body. We're going to start on the legs again. We're going to go all the way down the leg. Making sure we want to go behind the leg as well, over the calf. We're going to go onto the connection point underneath your foot, the bubbling spring, which is so important, kidney point. Then we're going to come up on the inside. If you want, you can tap between your legs. I know, a bit weird, but we've got this ever so important Hui Yin here. Strongest point of Yin. So do bear that in mind, right, ladies? It's really good for anything to do with our health down below and circulation through the uterus area. And even if you are my age and you might not have periods anymore and you've gone through the menopause, you still want to keep this nice and healthy. And then we're going to take it up. No, let's go down first, down the outside here. And then we're going to come in front to underneath the breast, not tapping on the breast tissue. Take it all the way. Then we're going to go across the chest, coming down the inside, up the outside, all the way down the back. Then we're going to come across the other side, down the inside, up the outside. And again, all the way down the back. Then we're going to go onto the neck. My hair here. And then we're going to go all the way, all over the head. Love tapping the head. Oh my God, so good. Use the combs a lot on my head. So good. And then we're going to take it into the face. You just got to be careful in the face. Going to go over the head. So I'm going to be careful because I've got this little, or quite a big lump here in my face. I mean, I'm going to tap on that area. So if you've got any areas like that, I don't tap over them. A poor thing has been aggravated enough this week, I think. So you're going to go down the side of the neck and then very, very gentle across. And we're going to go back onto the dantian. And then you're going to stay in Wuji. Smile into your body. Strong, hey? This is how we strengthen the body. Nice deep breath. Still too hot to put on a horse. right? So in the fiery, I would put it in a bucket of water. You can do that. You can go and have a cold shower if you wish, or we're going to forge it. No, we're not going to forge it. We're going to temper it. That's it. We're going to swing the arms nice and relaxed. So this is the end, nearly the end of the iron shell practice. If you need to leave now after the 45 minutes, let's come down and up. Please, after this, stand still for a bit and then move the energy down the inside, up the outside, just like we do here. Just do it in a nice and calm way. Take a few moments with your hands on your dantian. Coming over, and you've got to go down quick. Coming up, over, and down. Up, over, and down. Up, over, and down. One more time, coming up. So if you need to leave, just stay here for a moment and then go slowly. If you just want to get this strong energy settled now. Breathe into your dantian. You worked really hard in this practice. If you just continue coming from this yang, this very yang, you need yin and yang. If you continue now, you might go a little bit like, oh, so you want to bring it back down. If you want to stay with me for another 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to use this strength now to go through the 12 rivers. With earth starting the stomach, breathing out. The 12 rivers, we can do this over a long time, which we will do next week, over half an hour, or you can do it very quickly in the morning, just going from one sequence to the next, focusing on the strengths in the stomach here, bringing the iron into the stomach, strengthening the stomach. Then we're going to use the strong iron to strengthen the spleen. It's a simpler version of the spleen. Yellow light. Then we're going to move the iron, the strength of the iron, not the iron itself, the strength, into the heart, through the meridians. So there's too much joy, too much sadness. There's an imbalance. You want to clear the meridians so the yin and yang energy can flow into the small intestine. If you haven't done the 12 rivers before and you think, oh my God, what are you doing now? There is, last Tuesday, Monday, we did a tutorial session for the 12 rivers. Please go back to that one. This is the small intestine. If one organ is missing, if you had it removed, we still have meridian lines. Working on the bladder, we still want to strengthen the bladder meridians and all of the organ attached to it. Every organ is attached to the bladder channel. So send the energy from in between your eyes, over the head, and down the back, all the way down your legs, and out of your little toes. And again, keep sending that energy through the bladder channel. Going to go into the kidneys, our life force, our battery pack. Nice deep breath in, breathing out. Pelvis stays under. Bring your knees back. Kidney channel comes up on the inside of your knees. Nice deep relaxed breath. You're going to go back into the fire element, pericardium, turning and gazing. Smile. Love working with the pericardium, the heart's protector. Nice deep breath. One more here. Coming over into the triple burner. Interlinking the fingers, pushing 2 palms up, stretch. It's aligning around the organs and bringing harmonized energy through the 3 jowls, the 3 burners. They all need to have a consistent temperature. We don't want to be hot on the top and cold down in the cellar. And this movement will help to harmonize. Stepping the feet wide as we're going into this nice green wood element, into the gallbladder channel, our decision maker. What are we doing today? What are we cooking today? Have we got a clear idea? Some people are too structured. That's also out of balance. If you have this timetable, what you're going to do for the rest of the day, bit by bit, and then sometimes things don't go to plan, that's an imbalance, and that causes a lot of stress in the system. So the tree, the wood needs to be strong, but wood also needs to be flexible. Okay, so we're not, the tree that doesn't bend will break. Hands onto the hips. Into the liver, pushing onto the big toe, coming up, stretching the liver channel all the way until underneath your breast, coming down, stretching the inside of the legs, stretching the channel all the way, finishes right underneath your breast. Very important point here, gate of hope. And I use that a lot in acupuncture too, on people, especially on wood elements. Coming up and down. Let's do one more each side. We're going to push, coming across, coming down, up, and again. Last one, into the lungs. Grief, loss, the struggle of letting go. Qigong. Breathing out, deepest breath in. We just worked with metal, this yang metal. Now it's yin metal. Smile into your metal. If metal gets too rigid, we can't let go of things. If that's emotion, if that's a feeling, is well, that's not right, that's not right. That's not right. I need that, need that, need that. There's no flexibility. So we need to bring a bit of yin in, a bit of warmth. Or the yin and yang balance, may I say. The yin itself is not the warm. Bringing the arms down into the large intestine. We're going to rotate. Massaging the large intestine. Let's stay in this direction, drawing a circle, coming up, push with your arms, other way. Change, working through. One more. Large intestine is active between 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the morning. If you're up, it's a good time to go to the loo and empty the large intestine. Of course, it's not always possible to do so. And of course, you don't want to set your alarm clock to go and have a poo. But it's a good time to get rid of stuff because the body has been detoxing overnight if you can. And John Monroe actually used the example, like if you watch animals, if you watch a dog in the morning, you let your dog out first thing in the morning in the garden, he walks around a bit and sniffs and walks around here, and then he has to poo. And so it's a good thing if you're waking up, just have a little walk about, and then maybe go to the loo. Letting go. It's all about letting go. Anyway, let's stop talking about poo. Here we go. Hands onto the dantian. Smile into your body and just stay here for a moment. You created a really, really strong body. Feel that light, that white light we were breathing in, shining through every pore in your body. And you will continue getting stronger as we go with the day. We use that strength, let's massage the kidneys. We use the strength to clear out the rivers. The rivers, that's why I do this practice every day, is we'll just get chucked up again. So, I've already been working for a couple of hours this morning and gone through quite a lot of emails. And now I cleared the rivers, all great. And it's probably over the next few hours because I get some really annoying emails. And where it kind of you feel certain areas of your body like getting stagnant again. So then I'm going to do some tapping. So then that's it. Get up and do a little bit of tapping, doing the healing sounds. Let's do the healing sounds as well next week. I think I'm hopefully will be able to put in a meditation session in the evening next week. I'm hoping. I can't promise yet. These are extra sessions which I will just throw in. I can't promise because it's going to be a really, really busy week at uni because it's my last week and there's a lot of, why is there so much bloody paperwork? I mean, I really don't know, but there is a lot of stuff I have to do to be getting signed off on Saturday. So here we go. So let me know how you feel after iron shirt, Qigong. Have you got any new ones? I'm sure there are to iron shirt. Let me know how you feel. It's a strong practice. A very, very strong practice is, yeah, it used to be a very secret practice. Um, thank you. Thank you. Meditation is the thing is meditation will be really good for me. But yeah, it is absolutely bonkers at the moment, I have to say. Um, I've always been busy, but now it's busy at a very different level, I have to say. But this is just really good for me to do all of this. Um, okay, my love, have you got any questions? By the way, if I had talked about the statins earlier, I'm not against medication in any means, but it needs to be when it needs to be. And we've seen some because the doctors they're so busy as well, and people don't get regular reviews on their medication and checkups because it's just too busy. And we had a patient in the clinic who was feeling really, really, really quite poorly. And the medication she was given 2 years ago is a medication which should only be taken for a maximum of 3 months, but nobody told her to stop it. So she's been taking this very, very strong medication for this condition for 2 years.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, and she was really, and so we looked at her notes and was like, how long have you been taking the medication? And she's probably like me because I don't read the leaflets, right? Because I mean, touch wood, I don't have to, very, very rarely that I would take the medication. But
Yeah.
when you read the leaflets, you read all the side effects because, oh, thank you very much, I'm not going to take that.
Yeah.
But she's like me, she doesn't read it. And it quite clearly says on there maximum of 3 months. And she's been taking it for 2 years and she didn't have, nobody picked it up and that could have been potentially quite dangerous for her long term. So we need to be a little bit cautious when it comes to medication. And yeah, so I try and avoid it as much as I can. And if I have a headache, and luckily I get very little headaches, um, I try not to drink some water. But I had some pain. It was really funny because I never take medication. I don't take any painkillers, and I haven't done all my life, really. No, I had some pain in an elbow, I think, a few years ago. My son had shoulder surgery, and they've given him codeines, and and I had this pain in my elbow, and really bad. And I could, when you have so much pain, you can't even think anymore. And I thought, oh, so I'm going to take a painkiller. So I took out his coatings. This was before I studied Chinese medicine. Obviously, I knew about, but really, I had no idea what codeine is. So it's a strong painkiller. And I took one out, and they're tiny, right? Tiny little tablets. And I thought I'd take a couple.
Okay.
There's somebody who's never taken any medication. Oh my God. I remember I was lying on the sofa and I was like, no pain, right? And I was lying on the sofa and I was like, and I could hear somebody, postman, ringing on the doorbell, and I could hear the phone ringing, but I just couldn't move. I was like, and I thought, oh my God, I can see why people get addicted to this. So, my body is just not used to it. And then having two of them probably, yeah. But so I won't do that one again.
Oh, funny.
But never mind. All
Oh,
right, my lovelies. Have you got any questions, anybody? Otherwise, I'm going to go back to my stuff I have to do. I need to apply to the British Acupuncture Council and blah, 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 blah.
good luck.
That was wonderful. Thanks, Manuela. Wonderful class, yeah.
Thank you so much. Love this class. Oh my God. Have I recorded? Yes.
Yeah, you did.